otra vez Neil Young.
Okay.
All is not well for Juan, who's moved with his wife and their 2 kids to the countryside. After that, what's going on in Carlos Regadas' 4th film is anyone's guess. There's a devil in the bedroom, a sex party in the sauna, and a bunch of boys scrumming for a win on an English rugby field. Make of all of that what you will.
I try to ignore what the paper says. Try not to read other than yours. And I hold you if you had a bad dream.
Andrew, you interviewed Carlos Regadas for the paper last week. Can you explain what's going on here exactly?
That is a very good question. I mean, Regadas is, without doubt, one of the extraordinary directors, working today. His hit rate is kind of interesting. That in my view, he's made 2 absolute masterpieces, which is Japón, his 1st film, and his 3rd film, which is Silent Light, which was a sort of study of marital infidelity in of all things, a Mennonite community in Mexico, and a bizarre community in itself. This film is. I have to say, when I think we all first watched it, we're utterly baffled by it. Having talked to him at some length about his film, I personally feel that I kind of got to grips a bit more with what he was trying to do, which is essentially to speak about what he considers to be the sort of emotional blockage of the developed world and people in the developed world. And so his lead character in this film is a man who is basically not in touch with emotions, who is looking for sort of new sensations, hence the sort of this extended sex resort scene, hence his inability to do anything other than beat his dog to death when it's sort of barking in an annoying way. And it's explicitly contrasted with the sort of locals, the local peasants, if you like, from the sort of Mexican village down the road, who seem to have a freer life and more connection with their emotions.
Peter, when Zan saw this and reviewed it at Cannes, I think last year, he's kind of baffled into boredom by it. Did you go along with that, or did you enjoy
I
this?
sympathise with that, but I didn't go along with it. I think he's very brilliant. He has incredible technique. He's also very, quite shallow, to be honest with you. It's his sort of besetting sin. I've never watched a Regadas film, even the great ones, and I think Andrew's quite right in saying Japón and Silent Light are the really good ones. Even them, even they have flashes of effrontery and absurdity, and I think, are you having me on now? And I've never quite lost that feeling. I've now watched this film twice. It's very interesting. The first time I watched it, I didn't write about it, I watched it in Cannes with lots of other very overtired people. We all watched it at the end of the day. And we all were sort of dozing off, and then we all woke up for the sex scene. We all thought, oh my God, there's a sex scene. And I wonder if Regadas perhaps a little bit cynically thinks, I've got to put some hardcore in it. It's time for we've got to freak these people out. What am I doing? I've got to keep it real here. And I suspect that there's something a little bit tricky about Regadas as a shock tactician. Having said that, there's so much in it that is brilliant. There's a lot to like about this film, but a lot to be sort of annoyed about as well.